Welcome back to the NECBL Broadcast Network pregame show. I'm Joe DeLeon for today's edition of Ask a Gull, where we take social media questions from fans that we accumulate over Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And staying with me today for this week's edition of Ask a Gull is Stevie Mangrum. How are you doing today, Stevie?
I'm doing good.
So the first question we have from a fan is, when did you first start playing baseball?
I think I was around 8. Before that, I used to snowboard and ride bikes, and then got into baseball when I was around 7 or 8, and then ever since then I've loved it. So
That's a pretty big transition to go from a sport like you said, snowboarding, then to baseball. What ended up giving you that type of move?
I mean, all the kids around that age used to they kind of got into team sports, so it involved like soccer, football, basketball, baseball. So I kind of was introduced to that in that area, and then I just loved baseball ever since. So
Gotcha. So the next question we have is actually from Dylan Plew, and he wants to know, what was your favorite subject in school when you were in 5th grade? It's kind of specific, but I don't know if you remembered it or not.
Real class, science, enjoyed PE, enjoyed lunch. Again, lunch is not a class, but to me it was my favorite time of the day. So
I feel like it was for everybody in 5th grade. So the next question we have is, if you were drafted, what team would you pick to play for if you could?
Any of them. I'd go with any of them. But since I'm playing in this area, I'll say the Red Sox. So.
Not a bad choice. You definitely make a lot of fans happy with that one. So the next question we have is, what are the differences you noticed from playing in the ACC and the NECBL?
Talent level is all right there. Great baseball here. The only difference, this is just in general, is summer baseball versus school ball, is the scouting reports. In school ball, you've been playing with some guys over the course of years. You kind of get to know what pitchers are like, what hitters are like. Here, the rosters keep changing, new guys from different conferences. So you kind of have like a fresh start when you're facing these new players. So in summer ball, talent's there. I guess I would say the difference is kind of scouting reports and like game plans in college versus here.
So this next question is a little bit of an interesting one. Who would you consider to be the most high-maintenance person on the team? Like the person that has to have everything a certain way before every single game?
Definitely Cole Austin. Cole's out of control. Just good guy, but just definitely I need to discipline him a little bit by the end of the year. So, yeah, I definitely go with Cole.
All right, so this last question that we have before we get to the normal riddle that we go for, and this was an actual fan question that somebody commented. What are Saturdays for?
I guess winning away games for the Gulls.
Wait, do you actually not know we're supposed to? Never mind.
I know.
Okay.
I'm going to throw that out there.
All right. The last thing that we have and we typically have been doing is riddles, and Jack Ethings managed to get last week's. Apparently he knew it beforehand, but this week's is So this week's riddle is, what island was the largest before Australia was discovered?
Fiji?
That's incorrect. You only get one try, so we're gonna see if we can pass it on to next week. Hopefully nobody in the dugout gets it. But that is it for Ask a Gull on today's segment. I'm Joe DeLeon, sending things back to you in the booth.